We'll record and we'll get started. So I've never met you guys before at any kind of like Beachbody event. So I'm like excited to meet each of you. I've talked to Jessica before Facebook, but I've never talked to Jamie Shepard or Audrey Robles. I've talked to Mary before at Leadership. Hey. And I just saw somebody come up named BB. Now, are you guys all fairly newer to the wall?
I think I was added in December sometime. I think I qualified 6-star in December. So still feeling kind of new. I like to go in there and trowel and see what I can soak up. There's so much knowledge. It's just like sponge mode.
I know, it's so cool.
I agree. I think I got added in November. Whatever the cutoff date was, it was like right before the cutoff for Elite.
Yeah.
So fairly recently.
And Ashley, I've never met Ashley before either. So many new cool people. Sweet. All right, well, we'll just get started. So I get asked a lot by various coaches from the wall privately about ways in which I get people, and I've seen it on the wall several times, what are some ways that you motivate your coaches to achieve Success Club? Because obviously we want our coaches achieving success just like we have, and real key to that success is Success Club for ourselves. So it's super important to teach that to our coaches and have them experiencing that consistency in Success Club. But I often feel, especially for my leaders, and I'm going to record this and share it with my my diamonds and above who aren't on the wall. I'm going to share with them this video because it's a super important message. But to communicate clearly to people what Success Club actually is and why it's super important at a very, almost, I hate to say it, but dumbed down level, to a way where it's like so easy for them to grasp right away. So for those of you who ever aspire for maybe to climb on the elite leaderboard, to see more people achieve Success Club, and that's just it. I think last week they posted up the top 50. And so most of the wall is on there, but really to get to that point of being on that top 50 or top 25 or top 10 is just how many coaches you've been able to get to hit Success Club in 2014 and 2015 currently. So I like to think that I've been very, very consistent at how I've been able to do it. And through that consistency, I've managed to stay in the top 10 again. Just kind of rolling over from 2014 into the top 10 of 2015 because my system works the way I help new coaches achieve Success Club. And that, guys, turns over. I mean, if you're ever wondering, I know a lot of you guys are newer to being in this leadership position and having these diamonds. If you're ever wondering, what's the best way to get to 15-star diamond and the best way to get to double 15 or 10, even 10-star, 10 stars where it's at. If you're ever aspiring to get to that level, really, guys, it's the same thing. Getting your coaches to achieving Success Club in their first 5 months. Because once they get to that 5-month mark of achieving Success Club, the chance of them not hitting it again is unlikely, right? Because they've gotten those paychecks, they're seeing the consistency, they're seeing their team build, and ultimately Success Club is how you get people to achieve diamond. There is really not a lot else to it. So Success Club is the fundamental foundation of getting any coach to that 10-star diamond rank or diamond rank or achieving a part-time income. It's Success Club all the way. So it's such a key thing to make a priority on your team. And so a lot of people think it's the conversations that you have with your coaches, the conversations that you have one-on-one that is what gets people to achieve Success Club. But guys, I want to shed some light with you, shed some light on something for you. I had 18 people hit Success Club in January from 2014 and 2015. I got to the middle of the month with about 10 people, and I looked at my numbers and went, okay, I'm going to have to pump this up. I recruited about 30 people in the month of January. By the end of January, I had 8 new people hitting Success Club who had never even had a one-on-one talk with me yet. Because what happened was I'm going to give you guys my onboarding process and the way in which I promote Success Club to my coaches. But they hadn't even talked to me yet. They hadn't even onboarded yet. They were signed up in the middle of the month, and by the week out from the month being over, they achieved Success Club. Why? Because my team page is so Success Club driven. It's all we talk about. It's all over the group page. It's the culture of my team. And that's something that you have to work on as a 5-star right now. That's something that you have to work on for your team culture. It has to be Success Club driven. So if you haven't already made your team Success Club driven, you need to focus on that. And I'm going to run down a few of the ways I have made my team Success Club driven. And then I'll run through like my onboarding process and how I start speaking about specifically Success Club and why it's so important. So, for those of you just kind of hopping on, I did press record so that you can get the beginning of what I just said. But let me reiterate real quickly. It's not really so much about these one-on-one talks you have with your coaches, because honestly, a new coach, a lot of the things that you say fall on deaf ears because it's so new to them and it's so abstract and so much information, they get overwhelmed. But when they get popped into a culture like your group page, or if you have a website, or if you have a team meeting that you host, it's without a doubt important that they know and they get to feel that everybody is on the same mission, the same exact mission to hitting Success Club. So I'm going to run through, and I didn't really make a list. I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants. I'm going to run through the ways in which I make my team feel the culture and feel why Success Club is important. And no, I'm not military about it, and I don't yell at people. I'm not aggressive. And also for those of you hopping on, I just want to say thank you for getting on, because I actually was shocked at the overwhelming response of people that were even interested to hear from me. I was like, oh, cool. People care to hear from me. That's cool. But so number one, let's talk about facade. When they get on your team page, there should be some sort of banner, and your banner needs to speak about Success Club. Do you guys have a banner on your team page? And does it showcase the coaches from the previous month who hit Success Club? This may be new news to all of you, or old news. I'm just making sure this is something that is that you know. I don't so much think it's important to put directions on how to hit Success Club. I think it's more so important to showcase and recognize people for having had hit Success Club. Because if you read the book How to Win Friends and Influence People, you're going to learn very quickly that the human nature is driven by recognition. Not by knowledge or knowing how to do something. It just comes down to wanting to hear your name and see your name in lights. Everybody wants that, right? Look at yourself. You wanted 5-star diamond, right? That was cool for you. Well, a brand new coach wants the same thing, but they can't achieve 5-star right away, but they can achieve Success Club 5. And I have coaches who see that banner and say to me, I'm going to be on that dang banner. Like the banner, I put a lot of attention into it, and it's huge. My banner is gigantic and it doesn't even fit on the thing anymore, but I still crunch it and make it happen. Even the words are super tiny now. I still make it a priority to have that banner up with everyone's name on it. I go to my back office, I do the drop down, and I drill down, I drop down the page, and I do an Excel spreadsheet, and I get everybody I can, 3 people deep. So I learned this. My upline sponsor, Leslie's on. I got this from Leslie when I was just starting on Leslie's team. is a file for your team that says Success Club 5 and 10 for the month of March or the month of February. And you make your coaches update it. You tell them to update it. Again, this might be new news or old news for you. Again, I'm just reiterating some of the basics here on this stuff. But I do a file, and my coaches use it as this like motivator, this competition. There are like 5 coaches that hate not being number 1. So they're constantly doing this to each other. Like I've got coaches hitting SC 75 to 100, like 4 of them sometimes are like between 30 to 100. And they're like fighting with each other because they want that number 1 spot. Because when I do showcase the number 1 spot, the name is usually bigger than the others. And sometimes I do a photo next to the name. Depends on how many people hit it that month. If it's a big month, I don't have room for the photo. But I try to really, really showcase that that person. And so it's sort of a little competition for them. And I don't know how you guys are driven, but for me, competition is fun. I actually thoroughly enjoy the top 10. Like that to me is super fun. So when I got started as a new coach, when Leslie put that file up, I was like, I better be that number 1 spot. And there were 2 other people on the team who we were just like, I would see it was either me or 2 other people just shifting back and forth. And the same thing is happening on my team page. So these coaches are trying to get higher and higher and higher up on that list. And that's kind of cool. It kind of just shows them. I mean, it's a little game for them. I don't know what it shows them, but it's a little game. So that's sort of the way the facade of my team page. But as far as perfect for rubies, I'm a ruby. So yes, it's perfect. And my whole, and this is a good thing and a bad thing. Most of my team are rubies, which is highly driven by recognition, competitive. So another thing I do on my team page, so I'm just running down team page stuff at this point, is a invitation to our Success Club monthly invitation Blitz. Okay. So towards the middle to the end of the month, when I, maybe even like a week out from the end of the month, I get like a cute little picture on Word Swag or Rona Designs, and I put March Success Club invitation Blitz. So when a new coach comes on board, they see that all these people are trying to hit this thing called Success Club. So what I do is for the Blitz, I tell them that I'm going to give away 2 Beachbody swag, like t-shirts or whatever. And whoever hits Success Club who participated in the Blitz gets entered into a drawing to win one of these shirts. And they have to invite 20 to 30 people a day or 20 people a day, whatever you feel comfortable with. And they need to take a picture of the list of people. They need to write 1 through 20, and they need to post it in the comment section of that particular thread. So I do it. Now I do it in its own separate group page. I say in the middle of the month, so on the 15th, they say, who's ready for the Blitz? And then I bring them over to a group page, and I call it the TIE Invitation Blitz. And so they post up their list of people they've invited in the group page as accountability. And whoever hits Success Club can win a prize or be entered to win a prize. So it's one idea that you guys can do to do it, to get people achieving Success Club. I also make videos like crazy. Again, I'm still just talking about my group page, not my onboarding process with coaches, but I do a video for my team weekly, and I pin it to the top of the page, and I remind them why they want to hit Success Club. What does Success Club mean? And so just in case you guys don't know how to explain what does Success Club mean, I'll run through how I explain it. I tell them that it's simply a benchmark for success. You really are not moving your business forward if you are not adding people to your business organization. And to do so, you need to be adding challengers, because challengers translate to coaches. Okay, and if you're not adding people to your business, making additions to your organization, you are not moving forward. And so a new coach needs to choose whether or not Success Club 5 or Success Club 10 is the goal for the month. If they're looking to move forward at a certain speed, like a faster speed, then Success Club 10 is the minimum. If they're looking to build at a speed at which, would work with being a mom of 3 and have a full-time job, then Success Club 5 is the best goal. But they need to have some sort of benchmark that's a non-negotiable so that they know without a doubt every month that they are making compound efforts that will translate to an income eventually. Because no matter what, guys, we all know this, no matter what, if we hit Success Club or not, or if we hit Success Club and it's over a few months span, and you've seen this in your own business, you're going to build some sort of income beneath you, right? So it's important to give your coaches that information. So I always make videos and I pin it to the top of the page, and it's either motivational, it's reminding them of their why, it's reminding them of my why and what Success Club has meant to me to get to where I am today. And truthfully, I will tell all of you guys that in most of you can agree too, that you got to where you were and I got to where I was because I made Success Club a non-negotiable in the beginning. So I remind them in my video, guys, I made Success Club a non-negotiable in the beginning. You told me you wanted success, so I'm here to tell you how to grab it. A tangible goal is Success Club. And I'm here to tell you that I never missed a month. 24 months in Success Club 10 and above. That was my non-negotiable, and that is your goal. And so you need to find creative ways to kind of talk to them about that and remind them of that. And it does for a new baby coach. And guys, I'm telling you how to talk to a new baby coach, okay? Your diamonds are probably sick of hearing it, and that's good because they need to be recreating your videos and doing the same thing in their team page. So by you just hammering Success Club, that actually helps your diamonds, because then they know, okay, Audrey is saying this to her team. I can go write this down in my notebook and take it over to my team, right? So you need to also remind your diamonds when you're doing all these Success Club videos and hoorahs and pushes and things like that, that you need to get into your diamond chat or your diamond group and say, hey diamonds, hey leaders, I made this video today. I encourage you to go do the same thing, because you don't want to be the only one on your team that's a 5-star. That's not fun, right? So always remind them that they need to be recreating your videos. If you're not, sorry, my dog's barking. If you're not comfortable making videos, get comfortable making videos. They make a huge difference. And I know for me, it was a scary thing. And I hate putting on makeup. Even for y'all, I don't have makeup on. I don't put makeup on for my team. I hate doing it. But I just make the videos anyway. I'll make them from my car, on the phone, at the park. I have gone as far as locking myself in a bathroom and doing it during Christmas. During the last final push for Elite Top 10, I was in the bathroom like, okay, guys, we're almost there. The year's almost over. There's the toilet. I'm sorry. Like, you guys have to get used to videos. Videos really do one simple thing. It connects your entire team to you and makes them feel like they're related to you. I have had coaches 5 deep now reach back up to me and say, I feel like you're one of my best friends. I feel like you're my mentor. I relate to you so much. Your videos change my day. I wake up looking forward to your videos. And what does that mean to you? It doesn't necessarily mean more Success Club qualifiers or diamonds. It means more volume. That's going to build your volume, is reaching deeper down and helping everybody. So making those videos, anything that pops into your head, anything that you think is going to motivate, inspire action, make videos. So that's a little bit how my team is structured. They always get videos. We always talk about Success Club on our team in our team call. I recognize the Success Club qualifiers each and every week who have already hit it. And it motivates more people on my team to get it faster. I have a higher rate than I did last year of people hitting Success Club by the 15th. I have a ton of people who have already hit Success Club, and it's only the 19th. Last year, it was like 5 people by the 19th and 20 people at the end of the month. And that's not fun for anybody. That's stressful on you, and it's stressful on them. So reiterate why it's important to hit Success Club mid-month. So I also do what's called a Mission Success Club group. So here's how I process my Success Club people and how I process my month. I spend the first 2 weeks of my month recruiting like crazy. That's how I do me first 2 weeks. So I'll recruit my people. And then the second 2 weeks is when I go into my back office. So on the 15th, I open my back office and I do my not my sponsorship drill down, my personally sponsored coaches. And I'll expand it and I'll look and see, okay, who is hitting Success Club and who isn't? Okay. And I identify my 5s, or my 10s, my 5s, my 4s, and my 2s. My 4s to my 10s, I don't need to even talk to them because they're going to do it. If they're mid-month at 4, they're on their way. You do not need to spend a ton of time on them. Of course, you need to mentor and help them succeed and answer any questions and encourage, but you don't need to worry about teaching them about some follow-up tactics or post ideas and things like that. So then I look at my 2s. My 2s are where my eyes go. I make a list of everybody, and I just kind of touch my 4s a little bit. I just say, hey, great job on being an SC4. I know you can do it. That's all I do with my SC4s. But my SC2s to my SC0s, who I know that are trying, my coaches from the previous months, I set up a Mission Success Club group page, and I add them all to it. And then I promote the group in the team page, and I let my entire downline in, who's at SC2 and below. Okay. And I call it my SC4 or my SC2 and below and I don't want to be group, basically. And in the group, so lately I've been doing this where I pick a theme that's really, really funny or scary or that would make them uncomfortable. And, this is just something creative I've been doing just in a way to get them to hit Success Club. So this month is spiders. I post a picture of creepy spiders, and I post on this, like a picture of the spider, I post Success Club tips, like ways to follow up with people. All the things that you did as a new coach to hit Success Club, rewind back to that time in your life and tell them what they need to do. Pick up the phone, call your aunt, call your neighbors, show up to the babysitter's house and ask her to buy a challenge pack. Whatever it is that you got going on to get to Success Club, use something creative and exciting and fun in the group page to share with them. So last month was creepy clowns. I would post these creepy clown videos and memes and pictures, and I would put underneath the creepy clown, you're close to getting out. Who's getting out of here? Because they can, the key is you get to leave the group if you've hit Success Club. And they're like, I'm out of here. I had a ton of people hit Success Club just to get out of the group. So it's a fun, exciting game for them. Just a new twist, because if you're somebody who's like, it feels like you're just beating a dead horse with Success Club, this is just another way to make it fun and exciting for your team. Okay, so I do a group thing where they have culture and they have conversation and they share ideas. And I also take my personally sponsored and I put them in a chat where I send the same material through the chat, because that way nobody misses anything. I don't want anybody missing any information. Then I contact them each personally and I set up a one-on-one call. Okay. And what I do on the one-on-one call, and I never do it before the 15th. There's no point, because you never know what they might do after the 15th. But before the 15th, a lot of people aren't hitting it yet. They're still kind of filling their pipeline, getting ready. And maybe you haven't even hit it yet, right? So it's like after the 15th is sort of when I start to do this identification thing. So then I get them on a one-on-one call and I just ask them how they're doing. I open up their news feed and I just kind of scroll and I look at their posts and I see, okay, how can I help them improve on these posts? Because guys, that's what it comes down to sometimes, is their posts are just not happening, right? Or their posts just look really rough. Have you had like a mom that just doesn't post, and when she does, it's like she's sitting like by a toilet or a dirty diaper, or her kid, she's just like, her kid's right here and it's all blurry? Like, sometimes people just need to be told point blank, black and white, girl, post 3 times a day. Here's how you do it. Do you want me to make the post for you? Just so you have an idea, just once. Like, some people just need that kind of information. One of the biggest problems we have as leaders, a lot of leaders, is that we end up thinking that because we've got it, they'll just get it, right? But everybody has a different communication highway. Everybody gets things differently, in a different way. And we as leaders need to be very sensitive to that and open to helping them in their communication style. Okay. So I would suggest also giving all of your people who have at least hit Success Club once a color code personality test. You can Google it, color code personality test, or the Danny Johnson gem test, so that you can identify whether they're a ruby, a sapphire, a diamond, and so that you can learn. You can go on YouTube and watch videos on how each of these type of people are best communicated with and best motivated. So if it's a sapphire, they're going to be best communicated with one-on-one, on the phone, and being very sensitive and just being there, just listening, being a friend. If they're a ruby, they're going to be motivated by you making these pretty pictures of them and showcasing every success that they do. If they're a yellow, they're motivated by fun. Or a diamond, you want to buy them a gift, incentivize them with a gift. And sapphires like gifts too. So use that color code test, but get them on a one-on-one call and go through the business activity tracker and hit everything. Because sometimes people really just don't get that they need to private message invite. Many leaders don't need to private message invite. I don't know if you guys still private message invite, but raise your hand if that's how you got started. Yeah, everybody private messaged invite. But do you still? I sometimes do. In the last 3 months, haven't at all. But I've had to start somewhere. And, I got into this funk where I forgot about private message inviting. And so I forgot to tell my coaches that. So sometimes it's important for them to get that business activity tracker with you and you go, are you inviting? Because sometimes you'll hear, oh, you know what? No, what does that even mean? And you want to hit your forehead with your palm and be like, are you kidding me right now? Oh my God, where have you been? But some people just need to hear that and then they go do it. I had a coach for 3 months who never hit Success Club, who's about to become a Success Club 10 All-Star, because that one conversation I had with her, I said, are you private message inviting? And she's like, no, I haven't done that in a while. I just throw it out there and I do an event page and hope people come to me. And I'm like, I challenge you for 3 days to write a list 1 through 30 and invite 90 people. I bet her, I literally bet her $50 that she would hit Success Club. And she was like, all right, I take that bet. I'm doing it. And she hit Success Club and I paid her $50 through PayPal. So she didn't believe me and she got it done. And now she invites like crazy. So when I got started as a new coach, I overheard another coach say out loud, oh, I just invite 30 people a day. And I'm like, wait a second, private message invite? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, you do that? Okay. Well, that was the key to my success right away, was that I was just hitting everybody up. So your coaches need to hear that. So going through the BAT, are you posting 3 or 4 times a day? Are you inviting? How do your posts look? And so if you get through the BAT and it's just none of that, they're doing it all, chances are there's no follow-up happening. They're not going back and following up with people. Or chances are they're not closing the deal. They're kind of like, I'm too scared. I'm too afraid. So what you need to do on this closing the deal business is talk to them about getting people on the phone, because you guys have all done it, right? You've gotten somebody on the phone because you needed to close a deal. It just wasn't getting closed up. If you're getting close to the end of the month and your coach has not hit Success Club, they need to be getting everybody on the phone or meeting for coffee, because they don't have the luxury of just kind of winging it on the internet, right? And then tell them to set boundaries. Just like you think about when you're talking to somebody and it's middle to the end of the month and you're like, shoot, I've got 5 points and I want to be at SC10. Or I want to be 6 figures in 2 years. I got to do this thing. So you think, okay, how am I going to get this done? What are your closing tactics? Girl, my challenge group starts in 2 weeks. You got to get your challenge pack in time. If you want to join us in time, you need to order within the weekend. Here, are you free at 7 p.m. tonight? I'm going to call you. that is intimidating for a lot of people, especially without a sales background. It scares the living daylights out of people. But y'all have done it, and it worked for you because you're 5-star and you got outside of your comfort zone and you did that. It's up to you to teach your coach that they can do it too. And it's not scary. It's not desperation. It's showing your customer. You need to tell them this. It's not desperation. It's showing your customer that you're dedicated to your product and your group, and you're serious about getting the 3 people involved and having it start on time. Oftentimes what happens is a coach is not acting serious enough. And the prospect is like, okay, I'll order when I'm ready, or something else comes up and I'm just not ready, or I've got something else going on in my life. So I've had one of my star diamonds, we've talked about how she ended up getting signed up. And she said, you said to me that your challenge group meant a lot to you, and that you were looking to have 3 people, not 2, and that her spot, she said, you said to me my spot was important, and that I needed to sign up in time to get my challenge group pack to start on time. And you got me on the phone and gave me your link and said, let's do this. That was the type of urgency and dedication I showed as a new coach to her. And now she's a star diamond. Okay. Hold on. I got to plug my computer in. So teaching your coaches the way that you close up a deal, I guess, or just show dedication is important, but also remind them to not seem super desperate, because desperation is throwing money at them. So that's something I do not like to train my coaches on, is saying to them, okay, just try to get them to, offer them a $30 rebate. Tell them that you're willing to give them $30 to get signed up. Some people do that, and I have done in the beginning, before I even knew, understood why I shouldn't do this. I was like, oh, I'll just, say, okay, I'll send you $20 with PayPal to get you signed up. And what that shows to what that shows to your prospect is that your product really doesn't mean that much, and your services don't mean that much either. And they don't end up becoming good coaches, not usually, in my experience. So just being serious and dedicated and training people on that. So trying to think what else. Okay, so that's a little bit about what I do, my process. So I wait till the 15th, and then I identify my 2s and 0s. And I start working with them of previous month signups. Now, then I look at my new month signups. So I look at the people I signed up in the first 2 weeks, and I say, who's ready of those people? I say, okay, I signed up 20 people. Who of these 20 people are ready to go? And I'll ask each one of them, what kind of coach are you? Okay, are you a discount coach? If they say yes, I'll treat them like one. Are you a coach who wants to make a part-time income? Or are you a coach that wants to go all in? And then you ask them, are you ready to go right now and learn how to launch your challenge group and promote it? Or are you somebody that wants to hold back and just focus on your fitness? I ask each of my new people that question, and I'll usually find 3 who are ready to go. Okay, so I take the 3 that are ready to go, and I walk them through the process of launching a challenge group and launching their business. I walk them through how to put a post up about their new business, about how to put a post up about their new challenge group. And then I walk them through how to private message invite people. And then I walk them through how to make an event page on Facebook. And I walk them through how to invite to an event page on Facebook. And 2 of those 3 from the current month will usually hit Success Club, sometimes more. So another important key to the way in which I have people hitting Success Club is that onboarding process. So immediately in my welcome email, I talk to them about their goals. I attach a video in my welcome email that lists out what your initial goals are as a Team Beachbody coach and why those goals are important to you. And then, and so it's just a little video link. They can go watch it. And then when I do get them on a one-on-one call, the getting started right call with them, I talk to them about success starters. And I really, really, really hammer in on success starters. Because like I said, if you get a coach hitting Success Club more than once, if they've hit it 3 times, they're going to probably continue to hit it just because they've done it already 3 times and they don't want to stop. I know my mentality was, I've already done it, this many times. Why would I stop? I'd waste all that effort. Because I've read the compound effect and I know, compound efforts equal big return. So I talk about success starters a ton. I say, okay, the most important thing that you need to take from this call is Success Club and success starters, okay? We are going to summit in Nashville as a team. And I say the date and I say what summit is and what you can expect from it. And it was a turning point in my business, and you get to work out with the trainers and you get to go to these events. And I say, this is so important for you to make your initial goal. This is something that you can really work for. And then I talk to them a little bit about how they can hit Success Club each month to earn enough to pay for their airplane ticket to Summit. So when I have this conversation with a new coach, I don't have to keep having Success Club talks with most people in the 2nd and 3rd month. They just do it because they're like, oh yeah, I want success starters. So with the SC4s and the SC2s, and they've come from like January, they signed up in January or December, all I have to do is say, how are you doing this month? And usually it's like, I'm getting that success starters ticket. Or I'll say, hey, you've hit Success Club once, or you've hit Success Club twice, or you're so close to hitting it for the first time. You're so close to starting that success starters track. Or I say, you're so close to earning your ticket to Summit. How great is that? So really, really reiterating success starters. So in that one-on-one call, I really break it down. What does Success Club mean? Why do we hit it? Why it's the benchmark to success? Also, I say, this isn't a fact. I have no proof of this, but in my experience, a coach that hits Success Club 10 for 2 years or 24 months usually gets close to or is working towards 6 figures, 2.5 years in Success Club 10. And then Success Club 5. So I asked them, how soon do I asked them what their financial goals are and, what they need to earn. And I kind of give them an idea. I say, Beachbody does not make any claims to, income growth, does not guarantee anything, but I can tell you from my personal experience and the experience of several of my coaches who are close to a 6-figure income or are there or at $50,000 annual income, this is what they did to get there. Hit Success Club 5 for this many years, or hit Success Club 10 for this many months, whatever they did. So you can use examples of people on your team. I have one coach who's at a 6-figure income right now, and I'll use her as an example. She's been a coach for 18 months, and she's hit SC 10 to 20 every month. That's 5 to 10 challengers and coaches that she's brought on every single month without fail, and that's what brought her to that income level. Plus she's made her husband diamond as well. So, and worked his business. And so I'll use another example of a coach who's making $50,000 annual income after 2 years and what she did every month, what her, kind of a ballpark figure of her success club. And so that really gives a new coach hope. It really does, because they say, oh, so if I just, without a doubt, brought in 3 people or 5 people every month, eventually, at one point in the next 5 years, I will have a full-time income. That's hope. Because in a lot of multi-level marketing or MLM or binary systems like Beachbody, you go into the company and you go, well, I just need to do everything. Like I need to just hit it out of the park. I need to sign up all these people. But Beachbody gives it to you in something that's stomachable, something that you can understand, something that's tangible, something that's like easy enough if you just do it every month. 3 people or 5 people every month, no matter what. And that's so simple to just keep in the back of your head, and it makes it less scary. Because for most people, this is scary when they come on board. Like they hit Success Club and they're like, well, whoa, that was amazing. I want to do it again. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I see a question below from Leslie. Just a Q. Are the 0 to 2 point group and the Blitz group separate, or do they funnel into each other? So I go back and forth between the group. Like 1 month I will do the Blitz, and 1 month I'll do the funny, scary, haha one. I saw how well the funny, scary, haha one worked last month, so I did it again. Because I'm like, okay, if that worked, I'm going to do it again. I had 18 people hit Success Club in January, and I had almost 25 people hit it in February. And they just loved the group. They were cracking each other up. They were participating by sharing scary stuff. And why that works is it shows up in their newsfeed, and they can't not look at it. Right? Like in your team page, you'll throw up some words like, guys, you got to hit Success Club. Let's do this. And they're going to go on the newsfeed and go, there goes Leslie again with her hoorah. And she's just going to pass it. But if they see like a picture of a clown with a chainsaw standing by a limousine on a Friday night, they're going to go, what is that? And they're going to read, yeah, remember to follow up with people. Maybe I should follow up with somebody. Right? LOL, at some point they'll become desensitized to scary pics, right? Yes, and that's why I'm doing pimple popping next month. Like, you just got to get crazy with it. Like, this month I'm doing spider eggs. Like, spiders planting eggs into people's backs and it popping. Like, it's disgusting. My husband came up with the idea. I've got videos of people popping, like, and it shows up in the newsfeed. And you know what's funny? When you upload a video into Facebook, it plays automatically. So they're scrolling their newsfeed and they just see, yeah, people are loving it. They're like, oh my God, this is hilarious. People are, and you know what? Why I know it's working is that I put the group into my team page and I said, add yourself. And I told them what they were getting themselves into. And 70 people added themselves. Yes, I'm letting Jeff run that group, not me. It's really hard because like I'm looking at spider pictures right now and I want to delete them off my newsfeed and they're disgusting. I'm like, I can't believe I'm doing this. It grosses me out, but it keeps it fun and exciting. You have to think of new ways because people will get sick and tired of hearing from you sometimes. So I think I covered it. Does anybody else have any more questions? Just a howdy, welcome to Texas. Yay, thank you. Are you in Texas? Whereabouts? Oh, you're like right by me. I drove through, I can never pronounce it, New Braunfels. I drove through there at like 2 a.m. 2 nights ago with a screaming toddler trying to get to Austin. We booked a flight to Austin, so we thought, and we got to San Antonio and went, wait, this isn't Austin. So my husband had to drive to San Antonio to pick us up. He was unhappy. Okay, let's see here. Thanks so much for your time. You're awesome. Yes, thank you for getting on. I really love teaching what's working for me. So if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and shoot them over to me and
I have a couple questions, Anita. Sure. First, I love that scary group idea. That's super fun. Where I'm curious about just, I hear more often than not, like, about feeling overwhelmed within our team. Like, so by adding more of these groups, I guess my initial, like, I love it and it doesn't overwhelm me, but I do hear that. And how do you kind of address that?
Are they saying you're being overwhelmed by the groups that you're doing?
Just keep, like, they'll even turn off notifications in some of the team, like, primary groups, and it's, you know, like, just feeling like keeping track of everything.
Are they new coaches or are they diamonds?
Not necessarily the diamonds. I think sometimes diamond too, but like more just the non-diamonds, like not necessarily new, but not having found kind of their groove yet. Okay.
I have found that same thing. And the ones that want it, the ones that are like going to build this business are usually the ones with the best attitude. Mm-hmm. And it's just, I mean, 9 times out of 10, it's an attitude thing. They like don't want the notifications. It's too much. You know, maybe they just have maybe an attitude needs to be changed, right? Like The people that get into these groups with me are the ones hitting Success Club. They're the ones that want it, and they see the value in it, and they learn from it, and they're good students, and they think, okay, if Jamie is willing to put herself out there and train me, I'm showing up. Those are the people you want to show up for anyway. So I wouldn't feel too bad about it. If they don't want to do it, just say, is there a better way I can motivate you? Ask them, do you want to talk on the phone?
Okay. Yeah. No, I think that's great. I have another question if someone else doesn't. I'm not sure.
I think there's one in the chat.
Okay.
Didn't want to interrupt. Thank you. You're amazing. Do you discuss Emerald at all on the GSR? I do not. I don't discuss Emerald until after they hit Success Club. Because it's easier to talk about Emerald at that point because they can go back and approach the customers they signed up. I only talk about challenge groups and getting challengers first. Okay. Now, Jamie, go back. I'm going back to you.
Okay. So I just had a question. When you coach your team, especially the new coaches, to do in private inviting, do you coach them? Like we do a lot in our team. Like we'll do what we call "Hey Girls," like just forming, like just relationship building.
Yeah.
Now, are you seeing coaches are like encouraging your coaches to go straight for like a cold invite to a challenge group?
Yep.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the month, they don't have the luxury of hey girling.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning, they do, and that's what. If you want to do the hey girling, I suggest doing it on the first of the month.
Okay.
That way, if they get towards the end of the month, they can turn that into a cold invite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, there was a chat question. What PD do you recommend to those coaches who are scared to come out of their shell and just go for it? Wow. Just go for it. You are a badass.
Or girl boss.
Or girl boss, yeah. That's a good one. 15 Laws of Invaluable Growth. Slight Edge.
Slight Edge is good.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think. I've read them all. The Bible. Fashion Bible. Oh, good. All right. Anything else, guys? I hope you guys took some good nuggets from this. I have had a lot of experience trying to get people to hit Success Club. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but really it comes down to them wanting it. You can get somebody to hit Success Club once, but really the best feeling in the world is when you've got 20 people hitting it every month and want to. That's a great feeling. And you can get people there, but there's no point. There's no point if they're just going to lose it. Right? So the best thing to do is just really ingrain it into your way of teaching and training and into the culture of your team. These one-on-one chats where you're pulling people that don't want it, it's a waste of your time. Remember the 80-20 rule in building your business right now, especially as a 5-star. You could lose 5-star in the blink of an eye. 3 coaches can go and make 2 errors and boom, you're a 1-star again, right? And you don't want that. So you have to be recruiting and you have to be adding to your team like crazy. You can't get to 5-star and be like, cool, I've got my people. No, you probably don't. I'm at 12-star diamond and 7 of those people are new diamonds. And I thought I would have gotten a 15-star last year because 5 people lost rank and quit. People lose rank and quit. So you need to be adding and you need to keep consistent on the way you're training and making Success Club the foundation and the center of that. Start by John Akoff. Oh, I've never heard of that. I'm totally picking that up. Thank you. Daring greatly is awesome for scared coaches. I'm going to write that down. And we all are scared, right? We all have comfort zone issues. And so, every time you feel like you've got a comfort zone issue, you got to put it out there to your team and help them overcome it too. Start John Akoff. I'm going to put this on YouTube and so I can share it back to the wall. And if you guys want to share it to any of your leaders, you're welcome to. Punch fear in the face, escape average, and do work that matters. I love it. All right, cool. Okay, guys, you guys have a great afternoon. Thanks for getting on. I appreciate it.
That was great. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Bye, guys.